a little bit quicker when you baptize them in a 350-degree jacuzzi. Okay, everybody, what I thought I'd do tonight is something a little bit different than I've done in the past. Usually I'm reviewing other folks' videos, and people go, man, that's great that you're doing these reviews, but how come you don't ever look at yourself? So I said, well, that's a damn good point. So here we go. I'm going to look at some of the shorts that I've posted. And these go from the beginning of my shorts all through the shorts that I've done. And, you know, good luck if you like these, because they're going to end up being compilations in the future. You know, Kelly has taught me, don't do shorts, do long form content. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go through my channel, look at some of my shorts, and explain why y'all think I'm crazy. Okay? A lot of people think I'm crazy because I handle animals. So here we go. This is me releasing an alligator snapping turtle. This is a couple years ago. Let's get this thing going. Now this alligator snapping turtle is about a 50-pound male. So he's got another 150 pounds to go. So we collected him.
Buddy. Get you some.
And this is where people think he's going to turn around and grab me. But that's not going to happen. All he wants to do
See you later,
is get
buddy.
away from me. Alright, so all he wanted to do was get away from me. We had collected this guy. When we collect them, one of the things we can do is we look at the number of these specimens that we've captured. This happened to be number 2 in the location. So we had a scoot on his shell that we knew if we drilled a hole right there, that would be number 2. So if we ever collect this dude in the future, they can see this was number 2. They can go back in the computer database and see, all right, we caught him at this time. He weighed this much. This is, you know, he was this long, his shell, on his plastrum. And they didn't mess with, his carapace. They didn't mess with his plastrum because they didn't want him snapping at him. But if you'll notice, the way that I was holding him was I've got him right behind the shell here. And if you've got him right in here, he can't get back to my hand. I've got him on the backside. I've got him on his tail. So I've stretched him out and I can haul him to where we're releasing him. And hopefully he lives a long, fulfilling life in that stream. A year or two old snake.
He's not very old.
Now, while a lot of people think I'm crazy, is that I handle these venomous snakes.
I mean, he ain't rattled the first time since he's been out here.
Alright, that was an eastern diamondback rattlesnake, and I'm going to relocate it. We aren't doing any, taking in any specimens until we get our new biologist, but it's going to be over there by the south gate now.
Yeah, he's young.
A year or two old snake.
He's not.
Alright, so why people think I'm crazy about this? One, the manager in my office says, look, don't let people video you catching venomous snakes in Hey Dude shoes and a pair of shorts. I got called back to relocate this animal. Yes, it is an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. In this neck of the woods, that's the snake that you're going to have that is most likely going to be the one that has you doing multiple days in the hospital. But you know, if you notice, I'm using Pilstrom snake tongs. So I'm keeping the sharp end of that animal away from my soft flesh. And all I have to do is be smart enough to know to get him where he can't bite me, which is all I did. Dump him in a bucket, screw the lid down, take him off, relocate him to a safe place. He's going on to live his best life as well. This is another Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake.
Eastern Diamondback, right on the side of the highway. He was trying to cross the road and we got him backed up. Stay off the road, dude. Some of these rednecks will run over you and you will be a hat band. Tracking on me.
So I was driving down the road. I saw this animal trying to cross the road. I whipped over, looked in the back of my truck. I didn't have my Pilstrom snake tongs. I didn't have a bucket to put the snake in, the animal in. So I just made sure I gave him enough presence for him to back up, get off of that highway so he didn't get hit by a car. Because I'm telling you, down here in southeast Mississippi, people will target this animal if they see him hit the road. So I was able to get him pushed back probably 10 or 15 yards off the side of that road. And hopefully he's moving on and living his best life. Look, and a lot of people go, why I'm crazy is because I'm not killing these snakes. As soon as they say, oh, that's a venomous snake, you need to kill it. No, the good Lord put these snakes here for a reason. He put everything here for a reason. One of the things these snakes does is they work on, they're a predator. All right. So they're going to take out what this dude's after. About his size, he might be after a squirrel, rats, and mice. All right. Some of the bigger dudes are going to hit rabbits and take those out. But they work at reducing vermin, and they're part of the natural ecosystem in the longleaf pine ecosystem.
Stuff that just chaps my ass. This is an Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake. Somebody just came by, ran over this thing, collected their bounty, collected their trophy, the rattles, and left it laying on the side of the road to rot. Looks like he's been here for a couple of hours. Wasteful. All right, this is the kind of stuff that just chaps.
So yeah, that's one of the things. Like I said, when I said some redneck would hit that other snake and have a hat band, if when folks see these snakes crossing the road down here, they will intentionally hit these snakes. And these snakes are part of our ecosystem. And if we keep trying to wipe them out, now we finished a lot of the rattlesnake roundups that were happening down here in the southeast. We've turned those into learning events where we're keeping the snakes alive. We aren't just trying to kill all these snakes, because we've started learning that, you know, they all have a piece of our ecosystem. And the longleaf pine ecosystem that used to be 98 million acres, the longleaf pine ecosystem in the southeast of the whole continental United States, is now reduced down to about 3 million acres of undisturbed ecosystem of the longleaf pine ecosystem. So folks go, well, you know, save the rainforest, save the rainforest. Here in the continental U.S., we have reduced more of the longleaf pine ecosystem than's been reduced in the rainforest down in the Amazon. So, you know, everybody wants to watch Fern Gully and get all the warm and fuzzies about that and save those trees. But there's an ecosystem that we came to, and we need to focus on that as well. I did not have tongs. I did not have a bucket. So I'm just trying to get him off the road. So here we go with me talking to animals. And a lot of people go, yeah, that's what makes you nuts. You're talking to these animals.
All right, somebody is not happy that I got out to look at him
tracking on
And they think because I get too close to them.
I stopped for him when other people would probably have tried to run over him.
Don't run over snakes, people. Let them do their thing.
All right, somebody is not happy.
All right, so here's the deal. I know when people say that, oh, you're getting this close of a shot to them, you're too close. I know that snake can strike about a third of his body length. So I'm looking at the snake. Believe me, I'm well back in the safety zone, but that camera makes it look like I'm a lot closer than I am. And then another reason, you've seen me relocate a live eastern diamondback, and you've seen me deal with them moving a dead diamondback that was, already dead. I knew I wasn't going to have any risk of getting bitten. But what a lot of people freak out about is when I go to handling a snake that's live. Well, this particular snake happens to be alive, but he's non-venomous. And this is the threatened black pine snake. All right, everybody. This is a threatened black pine snake. This thing has a very small range. He's endemic to the longleaf pine ecosystem, and you find them in South Mississippi and parts of Alabama. This dude is about 3 years old. He is listed as threatened by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. And if y'all would like to find out more about this animal, just let me know in some comments, and I'll put together a longer form video for y'all. So, black pine snake, South Mississippi, threatened species, and he just keeps trying to climb up here to me. Y'all have a good one. All right. So, yeah, that's what they say, folks that are like, but I'm familiar with this animal. I've worked with him. I see him on a regular basis, believe me.
I don't believe you.
Dude, get away from my chicken.
He don't know what I'm saying. I know that.
Look at this little
You know
cub.
that.
Dude, get away from my chicken.
All right. He doesn't know what I say. You know that. I know that. I talk to animals. I can't even sit still listening to that. Hey, and it's Mardi Gras time right now. If you don't get to bumping when you're listening to that, I don't know what to say. The other day, I was at work. I was coming back in town, was caught up in a traffic jam. Traffic jam stacked up. It's just stacked up. I'm like, what the heck's going on? They start trying to divert us, and I see it's a traffic accident. Fire truck's got both lanes of the road blocked, and then I see one of these guys just bust away, running from the scene, and a little bitty short cop chasing him. And I said, oh, that dude's way bigger than that cop. And he's chasing him, so I'm using my truck. I'm trying to do truck foo. I'm trying to block him so he slows down so the cop can get up to him. He gets around, gets in front of my truck, and I said, slammed on brakes. I can't hit this guy. I can't run over him. So he goes around the front of the truck. Cop goes around the back of the truck. They run through a parking lot. I whip the truck around because I knew that cop was going to need help because it was one cop chasing one big dude. So I whip in, they're faced off. I go around the backside of the dude, and the cop is giving him orders. When he turns around and sees my big butt there, he pauses, and the cop jumps on his back, and it looked like a rodeo bull. So I got down and got on his legs and pinned his legs down. So this is when my coworker started filming. That was my glasses that fell off my shirt. And what I've done is I've crawled up. I'm pinning his femurs with my knees, trying to get the guy handcuffed, and then I can get away. Now here comes a big cop, gonna be coming in here stage left, and my old big ass can't get off fast enough. He just pushes me off of him. Now, what my daughter says and thinks is the funniest part of this video is coming up right here. She said, this is a perfect dad pose. Spit, put my hands on my hip, and make sure everything's going right. So, yeah, that video said, help the police. If you see that somebody, if you see an officer needs help, help those folks out, man. They're doing what they can to keep us safe. And you know, when I was a medic, you know, us medics, we'd jump in and help the cops. We'd jump in and help the firefighters. Firefighters would help the cops. We were all a big family. So you got to jump in and help them. But the biggest reason I might think that I'm crazy is I listened to my son, producer Ryan, editor Ryan, you know, best boy, key grip, all that stuff, and filmed wearing this ridiculous damn outfit. And here it is. Okay, you bastards. The only way y'all got me wearing this damn outfit is 100 of y'all on Facebook said I needed to do this when I was making the Christmas gumbo. Fat Daddy Eats making the Christmas gumbo. Gonna be a good one. Gotta watch the whole video. You gotta come back and watch it. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe if you ain't done that. Y'all be good. Aye. So that's it. That's me on my crazy spectrum. I am going to leave it there if I can figure out. Yep. I'm going to leave it there. Hey, if y'all made it this far into the video and you haven't thought about subscribing, would you consider it? That subscribe button's right over there. All you got to do is mash it. Just mash that thing. And hey, there's a thumbs up button over there too. Y'all mash that, I'd appreciate it. Hey, y'all take care. Come back and see us again. This is a different format from our videos. This is going to be a Rob Reacts video, but it's Rob Reacts to his own dumb ass. Y'all take care. We'll see you again next week.